On the 4th of October, I gave birth to my baby girl, Kaya. If you've been following my journey, you know how much it took to get here. So I thought I'll share my very interesting birth story. So a whole week before my due date, I had really strong contractions throughout the week. My induction was booked on the 3rd of October, which me and my husband went to. And then when we got to the induction ward, they said to me that we need to examine you to see if everything's okay, because I told them that I was having quite a few contractions. When she examined me, she said I was 4 centimeters dilated. I was like, okay, great. So they told me that I can either stay or go home and come the next day, which is what I did. I went home, picked up Caleb, went to bed, and throughout the entire night, I had really strong, quite close together contractions. So I had a shower, got ready, got my son ready, dropped Caleb to my brother's house, and then went to the induction ward again. So we get to the induction ward, and within 5 minutes, my water breaks. I rang my sister Nafia straight away, who is also my birthing partner and who is also a doctor, which really helps. And then my husband was pressing the buzzer because I was almost inconsolable. It was that much pain. Someone comes in and she's like, "Are you sure it's broken?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's broken. Definitely it's broken." "Oh, okay." And then she just goes. And then the pain just goes boom. He rings again and she says, "Oh, let me just check." And then she goes again. And then my husband's ringing again because I'm fully now on all fours. I could feel the baby coming. Somebody else comes in. "Oh, is everything okay?" And he's like, "Someone help my wife." And I'm not much of a screamer. Trying to practice my please, someone help me, give me some pain relief because I think I'm ready to go give birth. "Are you sure your water's broken?" And I'm just thinking to myself, for goodness sake, can someone just help me deliver this baby? None of them believed me when I said my water's broken. Like, just check. If you don't believe me, just check. "Oh, can I check if it's broken?" I tell my husband, "Can you show her my sanitary pad that it's broken?" So he takes my pants off and he shows her the sanitary pad and she's like, "Oh, yes, it's broken." And I'm thinking, girl, I did tell you it's broken. And I'm very clearly in agony. I know they see many people, but my husband's telling her that my wife is high risk. You've seen it in the notes. And she's just like, "Oh, okay, let me see if we can monitor baby." And I'm just like, "The baby's coming. Please help me. The baby's coming." And then she just peeps, "Okay, we need to get you to the delivery suite." Me and my husband get to the delivery suite. And then we see a bunch of midwives and they're all just standing around me saying that we weren't prepared for this. And my husband's like, "Yes, I know, but can someone help?" Just standing around, not one of them is directing me or helping me. They're just standing around aimlessly. Like, surely you should prepare for the unprepared, right? So there was no voice of help or direction other than my husband's. And my head was buried in the pillow and I was trying to just remember all the hypnobirthing that I've learned. And then finally, I heard my sister Nafia's voice in my ear telling me, "It's okay, I'm here now." And I just cried and I was just like, thank goodness that Allah has given me some kind of help throughout this. She was amazing throughout my entire labor experience. Like, she told me exactly what to do. She told me when to push. I just felt the reassurance that the midwives should have given me when I came in through the door. And then my husband pointed out my birthing plan that was in my notes to the midwives because they kept saying to me to go on my back. Like, I spoke to my community midwife who said, "Don't go on your back, like try and stay on all fours in different positions because going on your back isn't the best way to give birth." So I was on all fours trying to give birth and they kept telling me, "Can you turn around, please? Can you turn around, please?" So I ended up going on my back, and those things that they put at the side to put your legs on, sorry, I have no idea what they're called. They were putting my legs on them. And then one of the midwives who was trying to put my legs on the thing, she was like, "Oh my goodness, your legs are so short." And I was just like, sorry, like, what the hell? They were really just cold. They didn't give me any kind of encouragement or support or direction. They were just cold. I'm also allergic to Gassonet, which was offered to me even though on my birthing plan, on my birth notes, my midwife wrote in big writing at the front of my notes, "No Entonox because I'm allergic to it and I could die." Hi, baby. Is she okay? But even though it was written, even though everybody was made aware, they kept saying to me, Gassonet, Gassonet. And they're like, "Oh, no, sorry, you're allergic to it. You might die. Okay, we won't give it to you." And I'm there like, what is going on? Why is this such a nightmare right now? So then I go on my back, and within 20 minutes, without any kind of pain relief, I gave birth to Kaya. So as soon as I gave birth, they were like, okay, we need to give you the injection so that you can deliver the placenta. And I was like, can I just wait just a couple of minutes to try and do it by myself? No, let's just get the injection because, you know, you will hemorrhage and blah, blah, blah. So they went out to get the injection, but instead of getting the injection, I just knew there was something else that needed to be pushed out of my body. I'm going to try and do this by myself. So I just gave it one big push and I did it. I completely delivered the placenta by myself. So when they came with the injection, they were like, oh, you did it, did you? I'm almost annoyed that I did it by myself. When I delivered Kaya, I remember how in Caleb's time, they wrapped him completely warm and put a hat on him and, you know, then gave him to me. But with Kaya, they just put a towel on her, put her over me, and didn't put a hat on her or anything, to the point where for a couple of days she was sniffling. She had a little bit of a cold because it was so cold in the delivery suite. And I was sitting in blood, in my bits, in poop. Like I was laying down in everything. And they didn't even clean me. They didn't clean the area. My husband had to lift me up, and my husband and sister basically cleaned the area and cleaned me. It was horrific. Because I teared during delivery, I had to have stitches. So this one midwife was doing my stitches and another one was observing what she was doing. And this midwife took about 3 hours. This is no exaggeration, by the way. She took about 3 hours to do my stitches. But that's not it. So while she was doing the stitches, the lady observing her was saying, oh, you did that incorrectly. So she was undoing the stitch, redoing the stitch, undoing the stitch, redoing several times. And I'm there in absolute agony. And I kept telling her I could feel the pain. Like, can you inject a little bit more pain relief or numbing? And even at the end, when she was trying to tie the stitches, the lady said she's doing it incorrectly. So she had to untie it. Oh my goodness, it was like blood everywhere. It was like a horror movie. It was disgusting, and I was so uncomfortable and I was in so much pain. And then when she did the stitches, I was still in absolute agony, but I was just like, I just want you guys to just leave me alone at this point. I gave them a hamper to say thank you, and I just wanted to go home straight away. Like, I didn't want to stay, but I had to stay overnight. And once I went home and seen a couple of the midwives, they checked my stitches because I was quite ill for a while. And they said that the stitches have been done incorrectly, and I also had a really bad infection from the stitches. So yeah, it wasn't a great experience, but I would do it all again just to have this beautiful baby girl, alhamdulillah. But I just wanted to share my story. If anybody else has been through something similar, I hope this helps.